Welcome to Saturday Morning Coffee Break. My name is Fletus Poston, and today's topic is the security transformation that is not. Why your digital transformation happened to ignore security. So here's our irony for this Saturday morning. You transformed everything except the thing that protects everything. Your company just completed a massive digital transformation. Cloud migration, check. Microservice architecture implemented. Your CI/CD pipelines are now running. Remote workforce is enabled and APIs everywhere. The CEO is presenting successful metrics to your board, but there's one problem. Nobody invited security to the transformation. Your infrastructure changed fundamentally. Your threat landscape exploded. Your attack surface grew exponentially. And what about your security architecture? It's still designed for the world you just left behind. Welcome to security transformation that didn't happen. The most common and most dangerous outcome of digital transformation. So, what actually transformed? Let's be honest about what changed. Your perimeter is now dissolved. You have a nicely defined network boundary, firewalled at the edge, a VPN for remote access. Everything inside is now trusted. Your applications are in Azure, AWS, or GCP. Your data is on a SaaS platform. Your employees work from home, coffee shops, or even airports. Your partners access your APIs directly. So, what's your perimeter now? There's not one. But your security model still assumes there is. Your infrastructure become code that took weeks to provision, now takes minutes. Your developers spin up entire environments with a Terraform script. Configuration changes happen dozens of times per day throughout automated pipelines. Your security team still doing manual reviews that take 3 days to approve changes that has already shipped. Your attack surface multiplied. You had 50 servers in a data center. Now you have 5,000 containers across 3 clouds. You had 10 network entry points. Now you have 200 APIs. You have 5 third-party integrations. Now you have 50 SaaS platforms. Your monitoring tools and security tools, they're optimized for the 50 servers you used to have. Your data is now scattered. Your data lived in a database you controlled. Now it's in Salesforce, Snowflake, S3 buckets, Google Workspace, Slack, just to name a place. And you don't even know about the others until an audit happens. Your data loss prevention strategy, it's still focused on central databases that hold 10% of your actual data. Why security got left behind? It wasn't malicious, it was structural. Here's what happened. Security wasn't in the room. Digital transformation was led by your CTO or your chief digital officer. They brought in engineering, operations, and the product team. Security was told about the transformation, not included in. By the time security saw the new architecture, it was already built. Make it secure became an afterthought, not a design principle. Speed trumped everything here. The whole point of digital transformation was velocity. Move faster, deploy more frequently, innovate rapidly. Security reviews that take days or weeks directly contradict the transformation goals. The security was bypassed, not because people don't care, but because it was seen as incompatible with the new speed. Your security team wasn't ready either. Your security team has deep expertise in firewalls, domain controllers, and network segmentation. They're great at traditional infrastructure security. But what about the cloud? Container security, API security, DevSecOps. Those are different skill sets, and your security team wasn't trained or equipped for this new world. Your budget went with transformation, not with security. The transformation team got $50 million. New infrastructure, new tools, new headcount for engineering and operations. Security, we'll use the existing budget and figure it out. You transformed your entire tech stack on one budget, then asked security to protect it with last year's budget and tools designed for a different architecture. This leads to security debt. Here's what's actually built during your digital transformation. Cloud. Misconfigurations everywhere. Your developers are provisioning cloud resources using examples they found on Stack Overflow, or even the vendor documentation. Those examples prioritize getting it working over getting it secure. The result is your S3 buckets have public access, with groups allowing 000, IAM roles with wildcard permissions, secrets that are hard coded into the environment. Your security team discovers these months after during audits. Shadow IT on steroids. You empowered teams to move fast. They did. by signing up for whatever SaaS tools that solve their problems. No approval process, no security review, and no IT knowledge. Your marketing team is now using 15 tools you've never heard of. Your sales team has customer data in 8 different platforms. None of them are in your asset inventory. API security theater is now in place. 200 APIs, some internal, some external, some authenticated, some not so sure. Your documentation is not big. Security testing is sporadic. Rate limiting is inconsistent. And nobody's really sure which API can access what data. You got container chaos. Your developers are pulling container images from public registries. They're running containers with root privileges. They're not scanning images for vulnerabilities. They're deploying containers that include development tools and debugging access in production. Your container security strategy will get it next quarter, plus a monitoring gap. Your traditional security tools don't know the new environment. They can't see the containers. They can't understand cloud native architecture. They're missing API attacks. They can't monitor serverless functions. You're flying blind in this transformed infrastructure. So, what should have happened? Let me show you what digital transformation looks like when security is actually included. You have security by design. Before the architecture is finalized, security defines requirements, how authentication will work, how secrets will be managed, how data will be encrypted, and how monitoring will actually happen. Security isn't retrofitted, it's architected in from day one. If infrastructure is code, security policies should be code too. Automated security scanning in your CI/CD pipelines, policy and code enforcement. Use automated compliance checking. Security happens at the speed of deployment, not days later during a manual review. Your security team will now learn security for cloud, containers, API. You'll train them on the new tools and platforms. They'll become partners in the transformation, not observers. You'll get budget for security tools that match your new infrastructure. You'll need cloud security posture management. You'll need container security platforms. You'll need API security gateways. You need tools designed for your new transformed infrastructure. These aren't optional, and the cost of operating in your new architecture. Continuous security is not point in time audits. In traditional infrastructure, a quarterly security audit made sense. In cloud native architecture, where things change constantly, and they do, you need continuous security monitoring, automated policy enforcement. So here's our Saturday morning assessment. Ask these questions. Was your security team involved in planning, or were they informed after decisions were made? If they weren't at the table, security was an afterthought. Second, can your security tools see and protect your new transformed infrastructure? If you're using the same security tools from 5 years ago, you're blind to your new and current risk. How many cloud resources exist that your security team didn't approve or even knows about? If that answer isn't zero, you have shadow IT in your new infrastructure. What percentage of your security budget went towards tools and training for this new architecture? If it's less than 30 or 40%, you've underinvested in your security and you need to fix it now. If you're realizing your transformation ignored security, here's the path forward. Phase one, discovery. Take it right now. Go inventory what you actually have across all your clouds and SaaS platforms. Identify your most critical assets and where they live. Understand your actual attack surface. Find shadow IT that definitely exists. The next phase is stop the bleeding. That's your next 3 months. Implement cloud posture management. Fix those critical misconfigurations. Ensure MFA is enabled everywhere. Start scanning containers and infrastructure as code for vulnerabilities. Phase three, build the foundation. This is going to take you about 6 months. Deploy security tools that work. Train your security team on cloud, container, APIs. Implement security automation in your CI/CD pipelines. Establish security policies, then enforce them. And then in phase four, this is your continuous improvement. Do regular security assessments on the cloud. Continuous monitoring and automation needs to be remediated. Security skills need to be part of the architecture as it evolves. So our bottom line here is digital transformation without security isn't transformation. It's migration of risk to a platform you understand less. You took your business to the cloud. You adapted DevOps. You went API first. These are great things. But if you didn't transform your security architecture and tools and skills, the processes to match them, you just completed a complex environment that's harder to secure than the tools that were actually designed for. The good news, it's not too late. You can retrofit security into your infrastructure. It's harder and more expensive than building it in from the start, but it is possible. The bad news, every day you wait, you're operating with security designed for infrastructure you don't have any. While attackers are targeting the infrastructure you actually are operating. Your digital transformation gave you speed, scalability, and innovation. Don't let it also give you vulnerabilities that lead to breaches and compliance nightmares because security was an afterthought. So here's your Monday morning action. Schedule a meeting with your digital transformation leaders. The first question you ask, how did we transform security to match our infrastructure? If there's an awkward silence, you have your answer and your next project. So as always, stay safe and stay secure.